I had a chance to play the alpha over the weekend and capture some gameplay ahead of its early access release on the 21st of October. First off, I want to say I had a blast playing it. If you are searching for news and information or gameplay for this title, then be sure to subscribe with all bell notifications. Also, it would be greatly appreciated if you could drop us a like as well. Beyond the Wire tries to recreate the brutality and destruction of the First World War, and I think it does fantastically well. This is 50 versus 50 large-scale combat and a hardcore tactical shooter. However, there are a few changes that have been implemented to Beyond the Wire to increase the intensity of this shooter to keep you in the midst of the battle. In some tactical shooters you can find more downtime before combat, but within Beyond the Wire you're always in the battle. There's a couple of ways it does this by allowing you to spawn on your section leader, aka the squad leader, and place rally points down, and on top of this the map is condensed to one sector at any given assault. Most of my playtime was spent playing on the Frontlines game mode, which I found to be the best game mode to play. Your team have to capture a series of capture points within an enemy sector to move up. If you have the most capture points before the timer runs out, you move forward to the next sector. If you have less capture points within that sector, then the enemy push you back and you have to fall back to a sector behind that. The team with the most sectors captured when the game ends wins. It's tug of war. The game keeps you focused in a smaller area to keep the intensity of combat high and create this feeling of endless waves coming over the top. With 100 players in a smaller compact area, you're never short of action, which creates some nail-biting and epic moments. You will see artillery ripping up dirt, machine gun fire, bolt-action rifles, grenades, gas, people bayonet charging, and squad leaders blowing their whistles to signal an attack. It has most of the things that you would expect within a World War I shooter. Beyond the Wire is very immersive. The maps do a great job at giving the player a feeling of being in World War I. The developers have crafted some really brilliant maps that are built on real aerial photography, and the end result, in my opinion, is impressive. The price of this game will be $35, which I think is more than reasonable considering the content you will be getting in the initial release. Free factions, free maps, lots of ways to play from snipers to controlling artillery guns, machine guns, being able to play as an assault kit if you want to be more aggressive. It will give you more grenades and a pistol to get up close and personal in the trenches. On the flip side, you may want to be defensive, protecting your lines with your bolt-action rifle. You choose how to play. What else can I say? This game is so much fun to play, and I can't recommend it enough. Yes, there are some bugs and sometimes server performance problems where hit detection doesn't work, and just overall frame rates can let it down. For reference, my friend was running on a GTX 1080 at medium to high settings at 1440p, getting around 70 FPS, so not too bad at all really, considering the amount of things that were going on. So I think it's more than playable, and it's not a big enough turn off to not try this game out. I hope to see tactical shooter fans get behind this game. We have large tactical shooter games like Squad who are pulling in 6,000 players a day. I can't see why those players wouldn't be interested in this. On top of this, it also appeals to Battlefield 1 fans who loved that setting but wanted something realistic and tactical. Beyond the Wire promotes communication, and when you have a squad leader giving out orders and directing their squad, it provides the best gameplay experience. There is massive scope for Beyond the Wire to grow, and I can only see it getting better from here. Personally, I'm excited for the developers to add the British faction, maybe even vehicles like tanks and transport vehicles. The initial release is going to be a lot different to the version we see in a year or two. This is the same publisher as Squad, and we know that Squad was supported incredibly well. We saw obviously the Battle of Fallujah recently, which I think was a very good map, so I don't see things being anything different with Beyond the Wire. But if you are looking for an answer on whether you should buy this game, yes, I think it's fantastic. I've ran out of superlatives to actually praise this game. It was honestly a lot of fun. I found myself playing for hours and hours with one of my friends, and I think that speaks for itself. I just had a good time playing. If you haven't already and you want to see more about this game, as I will have some gameplay videos showing off more of the immersion to expect within Beyond the Wire, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and drop us a like. Until next time, have a good one.